Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. My name is Steven, aka Storm, and we are back for some more of the Elder Scrolls Online as Reewish the Mighty Battle Lizard. How's everybody doing today? We are kicking off another part of the Vankurai questline. We started off last week down here in Evermore, and we worked our way up to here, and now we're going to be doing the next main quest and working our way through Jackdaw Cove. You also notice there's a little arrow on the map. That is where a gate is supposed to go to the Reach, and it doesn't. Why do I have that quest, actually? That's a good question. Why did I pick up these quests? I'm not sure, but I picked up a bunch of strange quests. I know I have that one. I don't know why I have that one. Anyways. Let's get underway. No reason to dilly or dally.
Keep your distance, outsider. The last thing we need is some rock-brained city dweller bumbling around. Darkness dominates this part of the forest. Uella the Hagraven and her Reachmen are encamped here. For now, at least.
Whereas Delphique suggested I come here.
She did? I find that hard to believe. Delphique knows how I feel about outsiders. Regardless, whatever your reasons for coming, they'll have to wait. Right now, we are in no position to offer anyone aid, and certainly not a city dweller. Uella the Hagraven and her Reachmen have taken over this part of the forest, and everything here, including the Weirises, are weaker as a result.
Do you plan to drive the Reachmen away?
Where they travel, the forest slowly withers and dies. We will drive Uella and her dark witnesses from here, or we will die. Unfortunately, the old hag is no stranger to weird magic. She has constructed foul totems that suppress our power.
Is that something I can help with?
You expect me to trust one such as you? Perhaps, if one of my sisters keeps an eye on you. Weiris Rashan is young, but she will do. Rashan returns shortly from scouting. If you really wish to help us, she can join you to destroy the totems.
That's fine with me.
Here she comes now. Rashan, we have a volunteer to destroy Uella's totems.
She's in wolf form.
We aren't in the habit of trusting outsiders.
That's weird.
But the suffering of the forest seems to have softened my sister's heart. If you really wish to help us, I suppose that's an offer we can't refuse.
I want to help defeat the Reachmen however I can.
It won't be easy. First, you will need to destroy Uella's totems. They keep us from drawing on the power of nature for our magicka. The Reachmen guard them closely, but I'll fight at your side. No spells, but I've got sharp claws and a mean bite.
I welcome your help.
I do what I do for the forest, not for you. There are 3 totems, just a bunch of strung-together sticks for you, but they're like poison to me. I can't get too close, so it's all on you to destroy them. All right?
I'm ready. Let's go.
Ready?
I love how they're like, we don't really trust you, but oh, by the way, we can't get near the totems, so, I mean, I guess we kind of have to let you help, and, like, completely ungrateful that some random person by is like, hey, you know, I could smash those things for you. They're, like, totally disunder. It's like, it's not like we want you to smash those things or anything, Baka. Oh, the vampires and werewolves are about to go to war again. Because it wouldn't be a strolling Vankurai if somebody wasn't they weren't about ready to go to war with each other in the zone chat. How are you doing today, M-Sharp? How's Rune Factory treating you?
I dare another one of them. Of all the travesties against nature, this is the most foul. This is the last one, the last Spriggan. There used to be hundreds in Jackdaw Cove, frolicking about in the grass and the water. They were beautiful.
Did the Reachmen kill them all?
Worse, they poisoned them, corrupted them, turned them into monstrosities. Those lurchers. This is the only Spriggan left. And the Reachman's poison already courses through her branches.
Oh, okay.
She will soon transform unless I am able to treat her.
Sorry, I thought you were already logged in and playing. Is there some way I can help?
My sisters would not want me to trust an outsider. But they are not here, and I cannot leave her side. Frankly, I am surprised you share my concerns. You are sure you wish to help me?
Yes, just tell me what you need.
I need hardwood from inside the lurchers. It's the only thing that will help the little Spriggan at this point. I hesitate to ask more of an outsider, but we could do more than just ease her passing.
What more can we do?
There is a chance we can save her life. It will require more work, though. The heartwood degrades quickly in the lurchers, but sometimes remains pure. If you take the extra time to find the pure heartwood, it could save the Spriggan.
Should we just ease her passing, or I'll do whatever it takes to save her life, M Sharp? And anyone else who might be here as well. Save her life? I'll do whatever it takes to save her life. Collect pure heartwood from lurchers. Murder! Climbing for the murder train. Choo choo. Help me, Mary. I think they made this quest easier than it used to be, because I think I remember when I first did it, it was harder to find pure heartwood. Which, it wouldn't surprise me if they did. They do sometimes go back and make certain quests easier to accomplish. So, it's not like ZOS doesn't listen to the community, because they obviously do listen to the community. If something is really bad, like ZOS will change it.
Strike quickly.
Alright, I need one more lurcher. Ah, there you are. Well, hopefully one more lurcher. There we go. 3 pieces of pure heartwood. Bring them back to the Reewish.
We shouldn't get our hopes up too much, but with the pure heartwood, there is at least a chance our little friend can be healed. Have you been able to find any?
Yes, I have the pure heartwood.
Quickly then, let me mix it into a poultice. I am grateful that you were able to find the pure heartwood.
You really think this will save the Spriggan?
I hope so. Here, take the poultice and apply it to the poor thing. I must be prepared to do whatever is necessary. I pray to all the gods to bless our efforts and bring it back. The forest would never be the same without Spriggans.
Alright. I mean, which is cool when the Spriggans aren't trying to murder you just for, you know, casually walking through their territory.
The little buggers already thriving again. The power of nature is truly miraculous. Thank you! Now with nature's blessing, our little friend will survive the Reachman invasion. But as for her sisters, the only thing left is to avenge them.
How do we avenge them?
The abominations are created just across the water. A witchman has built a transformation altar there to perform his foul work. I am not equipped for this task. Will you go destroy the altar and kill the witchman for me? For the Spriggans who died?
Yes, I will avenge them. I am far too nice.
What pathetic creature meddled? Charge! You will pay for defiling my altar!
I'm sorry, I can't hear you over the sound of you being fried by lightning.
I don't want to hurt you, but now I'm going to.
Did you destroy the altar and kill that bastard witchman?
Yes, the Spriggans are avenged.
Thank you. I intend to take great care of this last little Spriggan. With Hersine's blessing, I hope she might be the seed to spawn many more, and that someday a multitude of Spriggans will again frolic in the waters of Jackdaw Cove.
Alright, we got one totem left to burn. Go burn it. Ow. Oh, look at the clown.
I can actually feel the forest again. This is good. The natural order is re-emerging already. It's still very weak, though. It has to be nurtured back to health.
What about Eula?
She has to die. Until Euella's gone, the corruption remains. Her blood is the nurture the forest needs. Whoa. My magicka is returning, and it's making me lightheaded. Meet me over at the old tower. I need to get my bearings.
I'll meet you there.
Vandal! Destroying my art! You will regret!
Oh, I gotta talk to the strange crow. Hold on.
Playing with the little girls of the forest. A game with me, though, many have come to regret. How exactly does my new playmate
We're going to win by
want to
killing you.
win? Tell me! To kill Eula, you must find her first. I can reach you, but you cannot reach me.
We'll find you.
Where I am is a secret only a crow can know. And the crow's call for your death, not mine. Come after me, and the last sight you will see will be a black beak pecking out your eyeballs.
I doubt that very much. Oh, Blackfeather Court! I'm calling in the favors you owe me. Is this not the right tower? I guess this isn't the right tower. Nope, this is the right tower. Hello, Weird.
Listen, I was wrong to be so hard on you before. You've certainly proven now that you deserve my trust. I appreciate your help more than I can express, especially if you'll see this thing through.
I will. I spoke to you, Ella, as a crow back there.
You did? Well, I guess we got the old hag's attention.
I don't know.
Maybe we put the foul thing on the defensive. Of course, she probably has layers upon layers of protection. I don't even know how to find her. I don't suppose you have any inkling?
She said it was a secret only a crow would know.
The poor crows. She's taken complete control of them. Their spirits are helpless. They can only watch what happens to their physical forms from the nature realm. She does have them coming and going, though, so they would know where to find her.
Is there any way we could commune with them?
As a matter of fact, now that I can draw on the power of nature again, there is. I can take you into the nature realm. Not in that form, of course, but it would allow us to talk to the crow's true spirits. Do you trust me?
Yes, let's do it. Now the question is, would I chase a ball? I am a bow wow. I'm a dog. Actually, I'm a wolf, but I am the dog. I wonder what they're thinking, just seeing a wolf just bouncing along like this, boingy, boingy, boingy.
Must be nice to be able to travel between this realm and the physical realm. I'm stuck here. Yes, I'm stuck here.
We're here to help. How do we find the Hag Raven?
If she were here, I'd peck her eyes out. No, she's not in the nature realm. But of course, you can't reach her in the physical realm. Maybe one of the other crows knows more.
I'll look for another crow then. Boingy, boingy. It's time for Wolfomaniacs. And we're zany too.
A wolf tried to eat me once, you know. Just because we're in the nature realm, you think we can be friends now? Maybe. Did that Hag Raven trap your spirit here as well?
No, but I'm trying to find her.
Oh? If you can access the physical realm, you might have a chance. The door to Yuela's lair is in this realm, you see. But you have to break the wards in the physical realm. There's more to it, though. You should ask one of the other crows.
Alright, I'll look for another crow then. Boingy, boingy, boingy. That one wasn't on purpose.
We can dispense with the small talk. I know why you're here. Even in the nature realm, news travels fast.
Can you nibble the crows just a taste of no?
Getting to Yuela is impossible, though. Even if you break her wards, entering her domain will corrupt your soul.
I mean, I have a soul again, but I guess my soul still isn't affected by this. I'm not really sure how this works since I already got my soul back, but what if I don't have a soul?
Well, why didn't you just say so? That would work. There is something different about you, isn't there? Yuela's lair is in the island tower. Break the wards in the physical realm, but enter the door from here. Don't tell her I told you, though.
Thank you for the information. Yeah, I'm not really sure how that's supposed to work. They really need to go back and rework the main quest a little bit. Like, I'm not saying do a full Final Fantasy XIV or Realm Reborn treatment, but they definitely need to edit things a bit so it makes more sense for people who completed the base game. Because now that when they made the game,
I guess you're the one who's going in.
When they made the game, it was designed so that you would complete your main story in order, like from from your starter zone to your end zone, and then go to Cold Harbor, and then you could do veteran content. But they kind of didn't really explain the veteran content really well, and kind of just good enough, and just left it. Like, they really need to go back and edit it up. Like, I really feel like they do. Like, it would be really nice if they did. Also, what they could do is, and this is something I've considered, they could advance time forward and put us into a new time area, and then put all new quests, and there would be a way to travel back in time and experience the base game. Add the original base game, and that would keep the content going forever if they were, if they did that. But also, Oblivion is infinite, so they can keep adding new realms of Oblivion as well. So, I don't know. So, that, or, I'd like to see, a second online game where we're in Akavir, playing the Akaviri races. That would be really fun, too. I would be all over that.
Here I was, just starting to feel like you're one of the pack, and now we have to part ways. Obviously, I'll have to be the one to break the wards on the door. It doesn't seem fair. You get to go in and chew the old hag's face off.
Will I remain in this form?
I don't think so. Her lair's actually in the physical realm, so you'll assume your physical form. Probably not so much chewing, I suppose. That's good, though. You'll need your hands. After the crone's dead, you'll have to get her nasty little heart.
Why do you need her heart?
When I said her blood was the nurture that the forest needs, I meant that, literally. She's the source of the corruption here, so we need her heart to perform the ritual to cleanse the forest. So, are you ready to go get it?
I'm ready whenever you are.
There. Back in the physical realm. Time to do this.
Let me in. I'll tear her. I'll bite her. I'll claw her.
All right,
I'll blast her with lightning, actually, because I'm back to being a lizard. Murder!
I think you got their attention.
Tear you apart, my crows will.
You killed her! You freed us!
Maybe I should have joined the buoyant homages.
I can still talk to the crows. The crows are pecking at her body. As is correct.
Freedom! Freedom at last! And Yuella dead! Dead!
Yes, she is.
Sweet relief. No more voices. No more restraint. Bodies and minds together again. The crows of Jackdaw Cove are in your debt.
I'm just glad you're free again.
Yes, free and feasted. The Hagraven was all skin and bones, but what's there is sweet to eat. So thank you for saving us, and thank you for supper.
I'll leave you to enjoy that then. Carrion. Reminds me of in Sirens. Andre decided that he was going to have one of my wizard's old ravens be one of our companions for a while, and so just every chance I get, I had him go, eyeballs, please, eyeballs. And so like, what's your obsession with eyeballs? It's like, I am carrion. I require eyeballs.
The Reachmen must have sensed Yuella's death. They started to panic and fight amongst themselves. Made them easy pickings for me and my sisters. Now, the heart. You do have it, I hope.
Yes, I do. What will this ritual do exactly?
You see all the giant vines choking the life out of everything here. The ritual will purge the area of their evil presence. It's necessary for the land to heal. Why are you stalling, though? You've grown attached to those vines?
No, you can take the heart.
Actually, hold on to it.
I thought the
have
vines
an
were normal.
idea.
Nope.
Weiris Freda will howl, but I think you've earned the honor. Let us begin the ritual, and once we've penetrated the earth, you can throw the heart into the circle to complete the spell.
Alright, I'll throw the heart into the circle when you say.
All right, sisters. Let us begin the ritual. It's your moment. Go ahead. Throw the heart into the circle.
Yeet. And the vines are gone.
Who would have guessed it would be an outsider who would show up and kill Yuella? I doubt this means we'll start inviting families from Evermore out to visit, but maybe, just maybe, we can be a little more friendly.
I hope so.
I, for one, am as grateful to you as the flowers are to the sun. You brought life back to these lands when it was nearly choked out. Though we may never officially call an outsider a friend, I think we can at least consider you an ally. Well, I expect you won't be returning anytime soon to enjoy my sister's hospitality. And I can guarantee we won't run into each other on some city street. So I guess this is goodbye then.
Yes, I must inform the queen that Yuella is dead.
Of course. I'm sure she'll be happy to see you. I didn't think about it before, but I suppose this means the Reachmen are no longer a threat to Evermore either.
I certainly hope not.
All right. Well, if you ever come back to this neck of the woods, we'll kill you. I'm only joking. Weiris humor again. Go on now. May her scene bless your hunt wherever it may lead you.
And you. Okay. Would anyone blame me if I GTF'd Ode? The weird have taken back over. I guess I'm guessing that it's going to be a little bit harder to deal with the lurchers than it was to deal with the others. Well, that was another main quest down. No one steals from me and lives to enjoy the spoils. Consider your debt paid, T. Well, you think he got him? Or got them? I don't know. I don't think they shot enough arrows. What do you think, Sharp? But I noticed the cheese is untouched. Like, not a single arrow hit the cheese. A few more just to be sure. It's a giant. What's a giant doing over here? Not you. Was there always a giant over here? Yep. Miss Angry Shia. I don't think there was always a giant over here. Okay, it's time for a bit of a side quest. This is actually one of my favorite side quests in the game. It actually has a branching path depending on your choice. Like, instead of just like, you know, having a choice during the quest, there's an actual branching path depending on your choice, which is, you'll see what I mean in just a second. Hello, Harold.
These lands hold more mysteries than... You heard the call, didn't you? You have been chosen to help stop the blasphemy in the ruins below, to stop the laws of nature from being broken. I too was carried here on the tides of fate for this reason. We must work together.
Are you a Dremora?
Yes, I serve Hermaeus Mora, the Lord of Fate and Knowledge. These ruins were once a shrine to my lord, a storehouse of secrets forbidden to mortals. The shrine is but a memory now, but an entity invades the ruins seeking to steal the secrets.
What kind of entity?
A spirit? A Daedra? This is part of what must be exposed. Whatever it is, it has enslaved local villagers, calling them Rain Disciples. It taps their minds for its power. To what end I do not know, but I believe you can unmask its intentions.
Alright, what do I have to do?
Wisps serve the entity below, drawing the essences of the enslaved Rain Disciples and depositing these essences in troughs. Slay one of the wisps and take the essence it carries to the troughs. I believe this will expose the entity's intentions.
What exactly are we trying to do here?
We must stop this mysterious entity from stealing our Lord's forbidden knowledge. The entity's wisps absorb mind essences from the Rain Disciples. Kill a wisp and take its essence to the troughs. I hope this will expose the entity's intentions.
Can't you be a little less obscure?
I serve Hermaeus Mora. Dealing with illusions and obscurities is what I do. Exposing these vague quantities, turning confused innuendo into clear knowledge. This is my lord's realm.
These ruins were once a shrine?
Yes. Even in the ancient days, some Ayleid recognized the power of Hermaeus Mora. Within this shrine, they stored forbidden knowledge of the natural order, which could allow one to manipulate the very fabric of reality on this plane.
Why haven't you already secured this knowledge?
We came here to do just that, but we soon discovered others were living in the ruins, these Rain Disciples. We have secured portions of the ruins, but the entity who commands the Rain Disciples set them to block other areas. We know not why.
Where did you come from?
You're bold to ask. As you observed, I am a Dremora, but the Lord of Knowledge freed me. Hermaeus Mora taught me the secret of how to sever my ties to oblivion and bind myself to the Mundus instead. I have served him ever since.
Those other seekers serve Hermaeus Mora as well?
Of course. We are known as primeval seekers. We rarely gather, but our Lord has summoned us here to secure the ruins. I'll warn you now. Some sections of the ruins below are restricted. Primeval seekers will attack if you attempt to trespass.
That's not a good thing. So yeah, basically she was created by another Daedric prince, Hermaeus Mora, taught her how to free herself from that prince's control, and now she serves Hermaeus Mora for in gratitude for freeing her. So. Rain Disciples! Alright, use the first essence trough.
Soon, my children, with each essence we draw closer to the dream.
Okay, that didn't tell us a whole lot.
We must work quickly before the Daedric Prince's servants can stop us. We have nearly enough essences now. Tell Apostle Marion it is time to prepare.
Yeah, they're not being any clearer than the Dremora was being.
Beck, I hope you're watching.
Please, stranger. We mean you no harm, yet you enter our domain with distrust, killing our disciples. My mistress says you have been misled, that you should help rather than hinder us in our endeavors.
Who is your mistress?
Lorelia. She is a Nereid. She is the water spirit of Lake Halcyon. Lorelia says the primeval seekers have misled you. She is an element of nature, seeking only to foster life. She told me to explain her purposes here.
What are her purposes here?
The landscape of Tamriel is ever-changing. The desert south of here is expanding and will someday overtake this area too. Lake Halcyon has already begun to slowly dry up. Lorelia only seeks to prevent that, to keep the lake and the forest alive.
How does she plan to do that?
These ruins hold ancient secrets and relics of power. With them, Lorelia can create a water stone, an everlasting source of water that can keep Lake Halcyon alive for all eternity. Myself, the Rain Disciples, and the Wisps aid her in this mission.
The primeval seekers say you're breaking the laws of nature.
The cultists worship the greedy Lord Hermaeus Mora. They would hoard the secrets buried here. They do not wish us to make use of them. They will do anything. They have even been capturing our disciples and holding them prisoner.
Why would they capture your disciples?
Just to hinder our efforts. That's why they sent you as well. I'm sorry you've been caught up in this. I won't ask you to join us, but surely you can see that our disciples have done no wrong. Would you be willing to free them as a favor?
I'll free your people, but I promise nothing more.
Oh, Lorelia promises she will reward you generously for your assistance. The primeval seekers are holding our disciples across this water and down in the east side of the ruins. Please, free them as soon as you can.
Where did the disciples come from?
They are people from Evermore, Northglen, or other nearby villages. Like myself, they were drawn to Lorelia. She showed us what was happening and taught us that her plight, the plight of the lake, is our plight too.
Kill them to run away? Well, no, I guess it wouldn't. Maybe they should try that.
Please get me out of here. These Daedric cultists have been torturing me.
Why have they been torturing you?
I don't know. I don't understand. They kept saying they wanted me to remember. Remember what, though? All I can recall is being with Lorelia. I need to get back to her even now.
Get going then. Get back to Lorelia.
Thank you. I'll remember you. I promise.
Get back, you betcha!
In a big family, you have to know how to scrap.
Lorelia sent you. didn't she? She always takes such good care of me.
Yes, I'm here to free you.
Believe it or not, I think I actually remember the way back. That's all I remember, though. Except the fact that Lorelia needs me.
Go on, then. I get back to your side of the ruins.
Thank you.
One more. Or, no, sorry, 2 more.
With you, Swit!
I saw you just sit down there just a second ago there.
I'm still here. Thanks for asking.
Please, release me. I have to get back to Lorelia. I have to.
Why are you so desperate to get back?
Because she needs me, and I need her. She's all I've ever known. Please, just let me go.
Go in there.
Praise you, friend. Praise you.
Yeah, this is always one of those questions like, okay, which one is the lesser of 2 evils?
I think I'm getting good at this. Well, I probably shouldn't be proud of that.
Come on, I need 1 more. This happens every time I do this quest. This is the hardest part of the quest for me, is finding the last disciple.
They're coming for us.
Very dedicated fan club. Oh man, I love Paris Hilton so much, I'm going to literally forget everything except for Paris Hilton.
What's going on here? Who are all you people? Who am I?
You don't remember who you are?
No, I don't remember you either. What am I doing here? Is this place safe?
No, it's not safe. You should run.
All right. Release me and I'll go. Somewhere.
She has no memories at all. She doesn't even remember Lorelei or Laura. Do 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 do. I'm a lizard.
Ignorant half-wit. By the golden eye, what in oblivion are you doing? Setting those poor, ensorcelled fools free? Don't you realize we were trying to help them?
How was capturing them trying to help them?
Don't you see what's going on here? I followed you before, and overheard your conversation with that mad apostle. It's clear that this Nereid learned one of the most dangerous secrets about the natural order, and now twists it to her advantage.
What dangerous secret is that?
No point hiding it now. When a mortal dies, where do you think their memories go? Don't bother guessing. I'll tell you. They go into the water. They become water. All the memories of Tamriel's history are stored in its waters.
How do memories turn into water?
The details and implications of this secret are mind-spinning, and would require a lifetime of study and contemplation. The relevant fact here is that the Nereid is stealing her disciples' memories to create this water stone.
So that's why they can't remember anything?
Exactly. And it seems they never will. Their memories are lost to them forever. The Lord of Knowledge abhors this transgression. The Nereid must not be allowed to continue in this endeavor, nor can she be permitted to create a Waterstone.
What's so bad about the Waterstone?
The secrets to creating a Waterstone are forbidden. The natural progression is for the landscape in this area to evolve into a desert. The Nereid's not fighting for nature. She's fighting for self-preservation, and at her disciples' expense.
It's like, yep. So you think that the Nereid should be killed?
There is no other way for this to end. The Nereid has stolen forbidden secrets and committed crimes against nature and humanity. Now that you understand, will you repent for changing loyalties? Will you aid me in destroying this aberration?
Alright, it's time for us to make our choice. We can either side with the Nereid and create a Waterstone, ensuring that the Lake Halion area, this entire area right up here where the Weirids live, where Evermore is, this entire area remains green and vibrant for ages, at the cost of a few people's memories. Or we could side with Hermaeus Mora and bring in and keep the natural order intact and bring an end to this to the plan of the Nereid. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? Side with her. Okay, we're gonna side with the Lake Spirit and create the Waterstone. Swim, swim, swim.
There you are. Lorelia was starting to worry. She said those cultists were trying to mislead you again. She worried that you would turn against us. I knew it was all right, though. Why would you possibly oppose Lorelia?
Do you realize she's stealing all the disciples' memories?
Of course. It's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. She showed me what would happen if the lake were to dry up. She showed me how much life would be lost. How could I refuse to give up some silly memories when so much is at stake?
The other disciples made the sacrifice willingly too?
Some did, some didn't. You must understand, though, when people come wandering around Lorelia's lair, what is she to do? She's a Nereid. When a fly gets stuck in a spider's web, the spider doesn't release it. Lorelia is much the same. It's nature.
So you realize what she's doing and you still support her?
I do. I support the survival of Lake Halcyon. So much life depends on it. Sacrifices must be made. And to prevent this from becoming a dry, dead desert, it's worth it. You must decide as well. If you wish to aid us, Lorelia would speak with you.
I want to help. Where is Lorelia?
I'm very glad to hear that. And I know Lorelia will be too. Come and speak with her.
Yep. Yeah, there's no way to get those memories back. And not just that, though. Oh, there she is. Nereids usually kill their victims, so the fact that she's not speaks in her favor.
I am Lorelia, water spirit of Halcyon Lake and caretaker of these lands. I have been watching you from afar, and I like what I see. You are brave. You are not afraid to stand up for what's right, and you have chosen to help me.
I have. How can I help save the lake?
We are very close now. The servants of Hermaeus Mora and their insatiable hunger for hoarding knowledge are all that stand in our way. You have already diverted the tides in our favor. and you shall be rewarded. We must move quickly now to save the lake, though. I have enough essences stored away to create the water stone, but I lack some crucial elements to complete the ritual.
What elements do you need?
Relics from within the ruins. Ancient devices the aliens crafted to hold the secrets of water. Unwittingly, in their efforts to secure their secrets, the primeval seekers have unearthed the very things I could not find. We must simply take them.
You want me to collect these relics?
Indeed. You will find the Daedric cultists are uncovering the vessels on the east side of the ruins even now. Get them for me. Get as many as you can, and we will have what we need to create the water stone.
I'll go collect relics from the ruins now.
Be careful. The primeval seekers will protect their relics with their lives. Do what you must, though. Regrettably, sometimes in nature, it is simply kill or be killed.
What will you do once you have the water stone?
I have a place within these passages where I will go and keep it safe. It is needed now, but it will be needed even more in the years to come. If it was stolen or destroyed, all of our work would have been in vain.
What will become of your disciples?
Once I have the water stone, I will no longer require their generous service. I will release them to return to their homes in the surrounding areas, where they can be assured that the land will remain rich and alive.
What about their memories?
In time, it is my hope that they will again be able to remember. If not, they will still be able to form new memories and build new lives. As it is here, it is more important that they be happy than be able to recall every moment of their past.
Will the primeval seekers keep trying to undermine your efforts?
I hope not. After we've created the water stone, I will withdraw along with it. I should hope that the primeval seekers will move on after they realize there is nothing left for them here.
Alright. We're gonna go collect alien relics. Oh great, it's my least favorite room in the game. Oh good, somebody's cleaning up for me. That's a very low champion point level person. Meanwhile, I am on the verge of 18,000 champion points. It's just like... I probably would have been there right now if I hadn't been doing so much Final Fantasy XIV lately. Yeah. Hey, so I've unlocked the I've unlocked one of the beast tribes. I'm working on a second. The ones in the desert, I can't think of their names off the top of my head, but I'm working on theirs. And then I want to unlock the Sanjin, the fish people, but I can't find where the quest is to start. Do I have to? Oh no, I got theirs. Theirs are unlocked. I've been working on theirs. Not catfish either. It's the not Doma. It's the ARR, a Realm Reborn beast tribes. It's the fish people. Sanjin, that's the ones. I'm trying to find where the start of their quest is, and I can't seem to find it. Lemissa. Okay, that's why. I've been to Old Doll, and I've been to...
Here I am. Come, quickly.
I've been to Old Doll, and I've been to Gridania, and I started the sprites, or the pixies.
Do you have the relics? Please, I must know. Show them to me.
I have the relics right here.
Excellent. I knew you would come through for me. This is good. Very good. Now there's really nothing the primeval seekers can do to stop us.
You're ready to create the water stone?
Yes. We have everything we need, but you must be the one to create it. I cannot touch the water stone without risk of losing myself. Our natures are too similar. You will do this for me, though, won't you?
Of course, just tell me what to do.
The memory essences have been deposited into the crystal well. Destroy the relics on the crystal to draw out the essences and create the water stone. Bring the stone to Apostle Marion. I am going now to prepare a secure place for it.
Alright, I'll bring the water stone to Apostle Marion. Let's go make the water stone. Oof. Do I have it? Apparently I do. And then suddenly, out of nowhere, an Eevee appears. The Eevee reaches out and touches the water stone. Wait, no, Eevee, don't! And it's like all the memory essence is destroyed when the water stone turns Eevee into Vaporeon. You little watery... Puts a little sign around his neck saying that I destroyed the water stone, which costed a lot of people their memories. Oh no, the Apostle.
One of those primeval seekers. She came out of nowhere. Please, Lorelia is in danger. You've got to go help her.
What happened?
Lorelia, she told me to wait for you to bring the water stone, but one of the primeval seekers, a Dremora, snuck up and attacked me. She made me tell her where Lorelia's sanctum is, and she said she was going to kill her.
Where's the sanctum?
In the western cavern. Take the back passage up. That leads to Lorelia's private sanctum. Please, hurry. If that fiend kills her, I'll never forgive myself.
Sorry, Lady Dremora, but you're not Lyrinth, so you don't get a free pass. Only Lyrinth gets a free pass. Yeah, I'm wanting to have a ready source of where I can buy the lavender purple dye, because it's been getting pretty expensive to buy them from the market board. So I figured if I can have an easy source of access to them, that would be helpful. Lorelia.
What are you doing here? Only Apostle Marion is permitted in my sanctum. Where is she? Didn't you give her the water stone?
She was attacked, and they were coming after you.
I want you to wait.
No! Don't let her get the water stone!
Don't worry, we got her. Have fun going back to Oblivion the hard way.
Whatever she did to me, it really hurt. I thought she would kill us both. I don't know how you did that, but thank you. Do you have the water stone?
Yes, I have the water stone here.
Clearly the only way for either of us to be safe is to merge. Give me the stone, and then stand back. I don't know what will happen.
Here, take the water stone.
It worked. I feared that touching the water stone would destroy one, or even both of us. But it didn't. We merged. We are one, and we are both stronger for it.
So Lake Halion will be safe?
Indeed. And even better, it will flourish for all time. We have you to thank for this. As much as I would like to keep you here, to bind you to me, I won't even try. Take this and go. I'll summon a whirlpool to whisk you away. Goodbye.
Goodbye. I think she knows what will happen if she tries. I'll be like, yeah, I already put down one employer. Looks like I'm about to be unemployed. Cock staff. Who would end poorly? Yes, for her, not for me. Cock staff. And it's appropriately, it's raining when we get out. Alright, so we still got some more to do on this side of the map before we head back to report to the Queen, so we're going to continue on that. We guess we'll just completely finish this section of the map, and then once we do the mission in Evermore and start working our way south, we'll go through and do all the quests south of Evermore. This is where we started from. Sergeant Ubella Broyle? That's a interesting name.
There were
Sergeant.
2 men. Where are the rest of the reinforcements? Are you all they sent?
Reinforcements? Are you you're under attack?
Sharp as a nail. Definitely no raw recruit. Reachmen swarmed into Mercian's hamlet. We were overrun. But I thought our leader had sent for reinforcements. Apparently not.
Maybe I can help.
We could use it. Report to Squire Theo Rock on the docks. We're taking orders from him for now.
I'll look for Squire Theo. Mercilion's Hamlet. Help the Evermore troops at Mercilion's Hamlet. The charge of Evermore.
You lead.
Get out of here, lady. Don't stand there looking like a fish out of water. This place is crawling with Reachmen.
That was a bit of a warm-up.
Like if the Reach may never be normal. Well, did you watch my? You didn't see my playthrough of the Reach, did you?
Did they send anyone else from the city? No, I can see you're not part of Evermore's militia.
Yeah. What gave it away? Was it the purple scales or the tail that gave it away that I'm not part of the Evermore's militia? I heard you're looking for reinforcements.
Yes, I am. Sir Etienne brought us out here. When he was wounded, I took command. I've secured a fallback perimeter, such that it is. The Reachmen are leaving us alone for the moment.
Do you need my help?
First, I need to listen to the village elder, Medya Zurich. She may have news about Sir Etienne's condition. And then, yes, I do need help to deal with the situation. Stay right here.
I can wait.
Medya, what is it? Is Sir Etienne all right?
He's doing fine. And when he returns, you all will leave?
We'll stay until Mercian's hamlet is free. Or Sir Etienne and I both fall in the fight.
I see. Well, he'll be resting comfortably soon. I'll go see to the poor knight now, then.
Good. Good.
She's evil.
Now let's go over what we need. Sir Etienne is all right. That puts my mind at ease. Now I do need your help. This is more
100%.
than I expected.
What exactly happened here?
We arrived with our horses on those merchant ships, along with Sir Etienne. Maybe it was rash to go against our orders and come here in defense of simple villagers. I won't presume to judge the actions of the men and women who died for our cause.
The Reachmen attacked and you came to the village's aid?
Yes, Sir Etienne was adamant we do so, though our venture seemed ill-fated from the start. We didn't expect these wild ones, these Reachmen, would best Evermore trained soldiers. And yet you can see how poorly we fared against them.
How did the Reachmen succeed?
Just as they were 30 years ago. The madmen. They use the trees, rocks, and homes here to outmaneuver our horses. I haven't ridden since the Black Drake's War. It's one of the only reasons I survived this skirmish.
You've been a squire for more than 30 years?
The things I saw during Black Drake's invasion, they kept me from the purity of heart required to be a knight. Others managed. Not me. I've been plagued by doubts and anxiety ever since then. Like an immeasurably heavy stone around my neck.
Yeah, post-traumatic stress disorder. You fought in the war against the Black Drake?
If you wish to hear stories about the great war that brought the Daggerfall Covenant together, talk to someone else. All I remember is the blood and the death. The desperate battle to save the life we knew and the lands we loved.
Not many speak of their part in a war.
That's because war is like a plane of oblivion. If you haven't been, you can't fathom what it must be like. And if you have, it's not something you wish to relive.
I mean, every day of my life of this character's life is a battle for survival, so I'm sure he understands. What can I do to help now?
You've the look of an experienced combatant. Hold the line while I check on Sir Etienne at Medya's home. The witchmen seem content to ransack the village for now. But be ready for anything.
I'll take care of things.
Off with you, Swit!
Alright, the western fortification is safe. Let's go protect the eastern fortification. To be fair, like, to be perfectly fair, he's like, you know, we'll stay until, you know, we drive them all out or until we're both dead. So he thought he was assuring them that they weren't going to just run off and leave the people to their fate with the Reachmen. Like, he had no way to interpret that this was going to be, he had no way to interpret that, that was an invitation for her to kill the knight.
Robert, my toes!
Where is that bucket of water? I know there's one around here somewhere. Oh, there it is. Grab the bucket. Grab the bucket. Grab the bucket. Grab the bucket. Okay, let's go talk to Theo. And cut our way through any Reachmen that get in our path while we're at it. That's fair. To be fair, water is not really an element that people control in this game. There's ice, but there's not really water. Oh no, he's dead. Whoever could have guessed that? Oh no.
How could this be? All he needed was a splint for his leg after his horse fell on him. And now he's dead. Why would someone kill him?
That's not a Reachman's weapon either.
It's his own sword. I shouldn't have left him alone. Please, look around to see if there are any traces of his killer.
Wasn't the local woman, Medya Zurich, looking after him?
Yes, but she wasn't here when I arrived. She may have gone out to find a poultice or herbs or whatever she needed to treat his pain. I hope she's all right. Though she should have waited.
I hope she's all right, he says.
Alone.
I'll take a look around. Vital records. No births this year. Oh look, her husband drowned on the 4th of mid-year of the, and would you look at that? She had a son. Yeah, hey, look at this. She had a son by a survivor of the Black Drake's invasion. Blood is scattered in tiny droplets over the surfaces. There are 3 bowls near the table. It appears as though Sir Inton had his broken leg propped up on an extra chair on his side of the table. as they ran in and stabbed him. Sir Eaton was stabbed through his armor, and his skin is only slightly warm. His skin is still slightly warm. Sir Eaton's leg is splinted, leaving one of his greaves slightly askew atop the bandages. Okay, you know, the armor was supposed to prevent the sword going right through it, but... The basin's interior is damp and its edges are smudged with fresh blood stains. You know, I don't actually think the lady probably could have stabbed right through a set of armor. Like, I'm pretty sure it was someone else who actually did the stabbing.
Have you found something? Anything to indicate who killed Sir Etienne?
I found some possible clues.
I could help you figure out what happened if you tell me what you found. I might not have your eye for detail, but I knew Sir Etienne well.
I found the village records from the time of the Black Drake's attacks.
I'm sorry, but I don't see how that could be related.
The rest of the records are on the shelf. This was on the floor, as though someone had just read it.
Do you think Sir Etienne was reading the book when he was killed? It's a pretty dry topic to just pick up for no reason.
Maybe. It showed Medya had a son named Labharadia after Black Drake's push through here.
She hadn't mentioned having a son. Hardly damning evidence, though.
There are signs that Sir Inton had received treatment.
If that proves anything, I think it shows that the only person who didn't kill him was Medya. Why treat someone if you expected to kill them?
Also found signs that whoever killed him must have washed up here before leaving.
So they were comfortable, or in no hurry. Perhaps Medya washed her hands before going outside. They say the witchmen lust after the scent of blood.
The murderer didn't hide anything here.
So they weren't concerned that Medya or I would discover what happened. Either that, or they just didn't care if anyone found the scene.
I think there's only one thing...
would blend in with the carnage outside.
I think there's only one thing we can be certain of here.
What is it?
We need to find Medya. Either she's dead too, or she knows who did this.
I find it hard to believe that a goodly old midwife would have anything to do with this heartless slaughter. Her apprentice, Robert Foucher, is down by the docks. I imagine he would be a good place to start asking questions.
We'll find out when I track her down. Somebody's wearing the Mask of Alkosh. That's fancy.
I'm nearly out of supplies treating all these wounded guards. If you have something to ask, be quick about it.
I'm here to speak... Ah, come on. Seriously, guards, you let a Reachman walk right inside of your fortifications.
I'm nearly out of supplies treating all these wounded guards. If you have something to ask, be quick about it.
I want to speak to you about Medya.
Kinnereth's tears. She's been taking too many risks in trying to treat the wounded who haven't fled here. You didn't find her dead out there, did you?
I haven't found her dead. I'm looking for her.
That's a relief, I think. What did you want to ask me about then?
Tell me about Medya.
In all the years I've been her apprentice, more than 3 now, I've never heard her say an unkind thing. She's the closest thing this dumpy little fishing hamlet has to a leader.
Does Medya have a family here? A son?
A son? It would be the first I've heard of it. Medya is like a mother to a lot of us. But she's never raised any children that I know of.
She's out there alone treating people. Isn't she afraid of the witchmen?
She hasn't lived to be as old as she is without being careful. I'm sure... I hope she's all right. She lived here when the Reachmen came down out of the hills before, with the Black Drake.
Tell me about Mercil's hamlet.
There's not much to tell. Most of the people here are fishermen. The longest journey most of us have ever taken is to cross the Bulsay River to sell our fish to merchants in Evermore.
You're right. The Reachmen attacked Mercil's hamlet during the Black Drake's War, didn't they?
They did, but they didn't kill everyone. Medya and a few others lived through it. But she's the last one still alive here. She's been a pillar for the community since then, even though the witchmen haven't raided us since. Until now, I mean.
The witchmen haven't attacked here since then?
Yes. No, I mean, that's correct. They raid other places, but they don't raid here. Well, until now. I'd always just assumed that we were under the benevolent protection of the gods.
I need to find Medea. Do you know where she might be?
She's been trying to treat the wounded on the field. If you don't see her outside, she's probably inside one of the homes. Some of the other people are still out there.
I'll keep looking then.
Don't like your odds.
We will be spared the disaster to come, true-born and native of this land as our family is. Stop trying to spy on Medea at night when she goes behind our home, or she may change her mind. And lore book. The Veronian said.
Of them. Oh, thank Beck.
Invocation of her seen grisly totem. Scattered around this grisly totem are hag-ridden and feathers and smears of blood, both old and new. Go talk to Theo.
Beck, I hope you're watching.
Medea's here.
I'm going to put my marker down there so I don't forget to go do that. Theo!
What happened?
My son. No, you've killed him!
You killed him, didn't you? I cannot trust myself to make this choice. The loss of Sir Etienne is too near to my heart.
Choice?
She was in league with them. Her own son led them here to Mercian's hamlet, and she let Sir Etienne die. What choice do you think I ask you to make?
Let's consider what we know. She's responsible.
The woman is the hamlet's only healer. She volunteered to take care of Sir Etienne. She knew how to save him, and she chose not to. Her son was with the Reachmen that raided Mercian's hamlet.
Let's talk to her first.
You killed him? How could you? What gives you the right to come here and contest our ways?
Lady, those aren't your ways. Those are the ways of the Reachmen. You let your son and his war band right in here and like kill your friends and family. Square, Theo.
I cannot trust her. She was in league. The woman is
all
the
right,
hamlet's
we have a choice,
only
M-Sharp.
healer. She volunteered
We
to
can
take
stand
care
trial
of
for
Sir
what she's
Etienne.
done, and she'll be taken to Evermore, or we can let him kill her and get revenge for the night.
Her
Murder?
son was with the Reachmen that raided Mercian's hamlet.
Are you sure? Okay. So yeah, she dies.
You're right, of course. It's what she deserves.
That's
After
a fair
all the
point.
death and destruction her actions have brought, it would be an insult to the dead to let her keep living.
Wait, come on. Why did that happen? Oh, somebody walked in here. Okay. Seriously.
She was in. The woman is the hamlet. You're right, of course. It's what she deserves. After all the death and destruction her actions have brought, it would be an insult to the dead to let her keep living.
It's what she deserves.
Medea needed to die for all that she's done here. The people of Evermore need not hear whatever lies she would use to defend herself at a trial.
What happens now?
I don't know, but I can't put a price on your aid to me in this. Your actions make it clear to me that my choice to eschew responsibility and remain a squire wasn't the right one. I will never forget this lesson.
He's going to become a knight now. Knight Theo Roche. Alright, so we technically pacified the hamlet if you close one eye and squint the other, because there's still Reachmen all over the place. I mean, it's technically pacified in the most basic terms. Okay, let's go to the merchant gate first, because then I'm going to come back and do the delve. Then we're going to head and do the next main quest with the queen. And then we'll see what time it is after that's done. We should have time to do some more stuff. Like, I don't think the main quest with the queen is going to take up the rest of my shit. Or, not my shift, the rest of my stream. But we haven't got a whole lot accomplished today, to be honest. Yeah, we completed a main quest and three side quests now. I'm about to do a delve. Now, Vancorai is definitely going to take the longest to complete of the different zones. Well, Reaper's March will probably take just as long when we get to it, if not longer. We'll get there eventually. See, here's a problem. Because of the new achievement system, the game is tracking this delve is completed, even though it's not. That's gonna make things annoying. I wish they had made delves individual achievements instead of making them account-wide achievements. Oh, hey, there's a quest down here. I forgot about this one. It's Orcs from Orsinium. Well, it feels like an age since we did Orsinium, even though it was just last year. We did Orsinium last year. And it feels like it's literally been an age since then. To the leaders of Torg's spiked bandits, I cannot condone banditry, but your actions have become legend. I understand you target Breton families descended from those who sacked Orsinium, that you pillage their estates for profit and revenge. Specifically, I am told that you recently raided the Cheval family estate and killed the descendants of the ruthless General Chevrolet. He was a butcher, and I want to make a record of this event, but I'm not sure which Orc clan should get the credit. To keep reading. I've heard varied claims, some saying your group is led by Clan Aluk, and some say Clan Morkul. If you could send word to me at the end and evermore to clarify this question, it would be much appreciated. Moraga, Historian of Orsinium. Interesting, I should try to find out which clan deserves credit. Hey, I heard one of your clans wiped out a Breton household. We would like to find out which household is going to get the credit. Or which clan's about to get the credit. Well, obviously it should be us. Well, obviously it should be us. Like, you want to fight? I was born ready to fight. And they just start punching each other. Like, yep, that's the Orcish way. Yeah, orcs, we're not savage brutes, also orcs. Kill everyone! Yes, exactly. Yeah, that's like orcs. It's like, I wish people wouldn't treat us like savage brutes, also orcs. Destroys an entire family for something that their great-grandfather did.
The fight metal.
I met you.
That's a grudging, yeah. Okay, let's keep going.
They're coming for us.
I mean, the orcs in Elder Scrolls may as well be the dwarves of the Elder Scrolls world, because the Dwemer are not really what people consider to be dwarves. Greetings, historian Maga. Your letter will encourage the bandits of Torquesfire to continue in our endeavors. As you know from studying history, the Bretons and Redguards have betrayed us more callously and more often than any of the other races of Tamriel. Thus, we of Clan Morcall have always been opposed to the decision to join the Daggerfall Covenant, but yet we team up with Team Morcall during Orsinium, and they don't have any problems with us. I specifically vowed to target the Chevad estate because they still were held in great esteem from the Bretons' other noble houses. Killing them was satisfying, and I am proud to claim credit for the raid for Clan Morcall. I hope this will contribute to the orcs' withdrawal from this absurd alliance. Okay. I don't know if that's the same leader that I met during... I think that's a different leader. Because I don't think that was the name of the leader I met during my time at the ESO course.
Now I'm going to.
That doesn't sound like the clan leader that I met in Orsinium. Hail, historian Maga. We are honored to receive your request and glad to know that those in Orsinium who believe in our cause. Our fellow orcs should know that though we loot from the estates we raid, we do so only to support our ongoing efforts of reparation and glory for our people. The raid on the Chevad estate was daring indeed, and we lost several fine orcs in the battle, but in the end we were victorious and the Chevads are no more. I was the chief architect of this raid, and I am prepared to claim credit from Clan Agluk. As you probably know, most of my clan was killed during the sacking of Orsinium, so it is fitting that I can exact vengeance so many years later for Clan Agluk. Okay, so we'll have to decide which one we're going to give to the historian. So we actually get to decide which one history remembers as being the person who caused it.
The last of them?
I mean, I'm about to kill them. I haven't done so yet. Yeah, they're currently right over there. Both of them are. I'm about ready to kill both of them. So, I'm actually like just. Actually, they're not. One of them's missing. That's weird. Where's the other leader? I guess he's not here. So I'm guessing this fight broke out over which one of them was going to get the credit for the raid.
Back, you betcha.
I'm actually wondering, I'm thinking that none of these guys were actually sanctioned by Orsinium. Just leave Torg's spite, like, with leaving all, like, the enemies just dead inside. It's like... Alright, so there's a faster way back to Evermore. And I'm going to take the fastest method possible. We'll just swim back to Evermore. Now, sometimes raiding parties are officially sanctioned, though, during war times.
I was wondering if you were going to make it. I hired one of these little boats to ferry me down the bay. Whatever it takes to get as far away from that troll's den as possible. It's expensive, but I have the coin to spare now.
Where did you get the extra coin?
I sold some of the troll's loot, of course. I suppose you're here looking for your cat. You certainly deserve it. Best of luck to you, friend.
Goodbye.
I can't believe I bought one of those Imperial spies a drink.
Me neither. You should have known better when he started mouthing off about how Cyrodiilic ales were the best in Tamriel.
Well,
Or when he started whispering about how the Queen wasn't fit to rule.
Hello, Maga.
I'm sorry. Did you want to talk about history? Intriguing subject, isn't it? I've been in the castle library for days. Fascinating how accounts differ relating to the siege of Orsinium. The second one, that is.
I have a letter from the leader of Toryg's Spite Bandits.
About time. I've put off leaving Evermore for weeks waiting for this. Of course, they'd put me in the stocks if I came back without it. Whether it's Clan Agluk or Clan Morkel could change the course of history.
How would it change the course of history?
Clan Morkel was once proud, but has grown weak. Many clan members have left for other clans. This would turn that around. Clan Agluk is relatively young and wants to gain respect. This would increase their stature. You have the letter. Which is it?
Okay, so which one are we going to give them to him, Sharp? We're going to give him the young clan that will increase their standing, or the Clan Morkel, which will get some of their members back? Alright, we'll go with Alec.
Who would have thought it was Clan Agluk? They're all but extinct. To be honest, I think there are only a handful left. This may be just the thing to bring them back. Regardless, I just want to go home. Thank you for making that possible.
Complete quest. Alright, let's head up to the castle. Head up to the castle, yo. Come on, guys. So help me go. VIP, go help me go. Drinks on me, go help me go. Your Majesty?
Praise the Eight. I can't tell you how delighted I am to see you. First the Reachman advance stopped, then the crows flew away, and now you're back. I have a feeling you bring good tidings.
I do. The Hagraven Yuela is dead.
Amazing. What seemed like a hopeless situation has turned around completely. Believe it or not, I have good tidings to share with you too. Imperial Magus General Septim Atharn is requesting a parley. I'm hoping it's to discuss a peace settlement.
Are you sure it's not a trap?
No, I wouldn't put anything past the Imperials. I'm optimistic, but not naive. That's why I've been delaying the meeting. I want you there, just in case. We'll also have members of the Fighters and Mages Guilds on hand, if we need them.
That sounds like a wise decision.
Now that you're here, we can get on with it. Gabrielle is joining us from the Mages Guild, and Darian from the Fighters Guild. I suppose you want to discuss strategy with them. When you're ready, just ask Gabrielle to open the portal.
Where will the parley take place?
It's neutral territory, a remote valley in central Bankarai. Gabrielle and Darian have already scouted it out. They can tell you what they saw. When you're ready, Gabrielle is planning to open a portal to get us down there.
You really think the Imperials want peace?
I think they expected to take Evermore through deception. We've prevented that. I'm sure they'd like to take the city by force, but as long as Bankarai garrison is standing, that won't be happening. They may be ready to cut their losses.
Where will the... we already asked that. Why hire the guilds when you have guards?
Under the terms of the parley, I agreed not to bring the Royal Guard. Septima's crazy if she thinks I'll meet her without an escort, though. She's bringing her magic, so I'm bringing mine. I'll have some steel on hand, too, for good measure.
Okay. Darian, it's been too long, my friend.
Ha! I thought we were in for a bit of easy coin with this job until the Queen said you were coming along. Now I know to expect danger. Bring it on, though. If the plan goes awry, that just means we get extra hazard pay.
What exactly is the plan?
For us, it's just sticking by the Queen. If the Magus General starts chanting, we go for the windpipe. If things really go to oblivion, we'll be shielding the Queen until Gabrielle can get us all out of there.
I understand.
I can tell you this much, with all due respect for the Royal Guard. Queen Argella could not be any safer than she will be under my protection. I look out for the ladies, you know. Queen's included.
How have you been, by the way?
I've seen some ups and downs. You know how it is. Life hasn't been a slog through a poisonous swamp, nor has it been an endless night in a complimentary bordello. Main thing is that I'm still on this side of the dirt.
Gabrielle.
Surprised to see me? Sounds like I already missed some interesting experiences. A Hagraven controlling crows? I want to see that. This business has potential too. Of course, our part only comes into play if there's trouble. Let's hope there isn't.
What is our part in this?
We'll be in position above the parley site. If the Imperials try anything, we'll make sure they regret it. The three of us can cast spells to rain down fire, ice, lightning. We have it all. You'll just need to tell us where to target our spells.
Alright, I can handle that.
I hope so, because we're going to spread out and each cover a different area. If anyone comes, we'll call it out, but we'll wait for you to direct us.
Sounds like a good plan.
Whenever you're ready to go to the parley site, let me know and I'll open a portal. Let's hope that creating portals is the only magic we need today.
What would be funny? I'm ready to go now.
Excellent. I'm going to open one portal directly to the parley site for the Queen and the Fighters Guild members, and another to take us above. Actually, I guess we should go first. Now, which portal was which? Oh, I remember. Here we go!
Yeah, that would be funny, wouldn't it? I'll go through the portal as soon as you open it.
Give me a moment here. It takes a lot of energy to open a portal over this distance. That should do it. Enter when ready. We'll be right behind you.
Yeah. Please, M. Sharp, when does parley ever go the way we expected? Do you remember? I remember the parley with the Emperor. It was not really a parley at all. More him demanding our unconditional surrender.
Good. Looks like everyone ended up in the right place. Let's get to our positions.
Oh, that's
The Queen should be here any moment.
Yeah, it was.
Clear! Take up positions!
I don't like this. Where's the Magus General? It's not like a Tharn to be late.
Nope, you're correct.
Impatience is hardly the mark of a strong ruler, Your Majesty.
When you're queen, you're welcome to set a finer example, Magus General.
That's one honor I do not seek. What I do seek is the unconditional surrender of everyone.
Well, there we go.
You came all this way just to make absurd demands? I'm surprised.
Hardly absurd, Argella. I tried the soft approach with the Duke, but you spoiled that effort. I've come to make one final offer. Surrender, or you will die.
Your threats carry little weight, Septima. Bankerai Garrison still stands between us, and it does not fall easily. Or did you miss that in your history lessons?
Those who hide in the shadows of the past are crushed when its structures come tumbling down. Bankerai Garrison has already fallen. My legionnaires walk its battlements even now.
Is this another one of your lies? I don't care. It's clear you want a war, and if that's what you want, you can have it. What? She's not even here. It's an illusion.
It's a projection.
Just remember, you struck first, Argella. 7th Legion, attack!
Ambush! Defend the Queen at all costs!
Fried fire salts. Found something interesting.
Not you, Mary.
Don't forget, we're looking to you to direct our spells. Don't worry about targeting over our allies. I promise, we won't fry the Queen. Everyone, call them out when you see them.
All right, but don't cry for Mummy.
Okay, the instant cast thing is actually a bit of a nuisance here. Hold on.
I never used to fight this much, until I met you.
Imperials coming from that door to the south!
Got most of them that time.
All right, but don't cry for Mummy.
Oops,
More from the south! Let's get them!
You know, I like to think I'm agreeable. Get back, you fetcher!
Oops, that was a waste.
They just keep coming. Another group from the south.
Whew, that was a bit of a warm-up.
That can't be the last of them. It's a break, though. I'll open a portal to get us down to the Queen.
No need.
My magicka is almost depleted. It's going to take all I've got to open a portal back to the palace. Be ready.
Oh, they summoned Daedra, too.
Gabrielle? The Imperials can. More portals opening up.
The portal to Evermore. Go, Your Majesty. Go!
I guess this is a fight now.
Because if you do, the quest doesn't progress. You can keep fighting those guys forever, and it'll never end. You have to do the targeted spells until she prompts you to go down. I've done it before just to see what would happen, and that's exactly what happened. I had to abandon quest and I had to teleport out, abandon quest, and then pick up the quest again in order to be able to do it properly. It was a bit of an annoyance.
I should be glad we got away, but I'm too angry to think. They've taken the garrison? The brutish swine. If there is one thing I do before I die, it's going to be spitting on the corpse of that cowardly wench Septima Tharn.
Were we the only ones to escape?
Were we? Where are Darian and Gabrielle? I thought they were coming right behind us. Damn it. I would not have them sacrifice themselves. Not for me, at least. Surely they're still coming.
I really don't know, Your Majesty. Here they are.
That could have gone better.
But where are the rest of the Mages
I
Guild
didn't think I had another portal in me. Glad I was wrong.
Well, at least some of us survived.
Is there no hope?
It seems the crows have departed from Evermore, but the Black Cloud hasn't. With Bankerai garrison taken, there's nothing stopping the Imperials from marching here. I didn't retake the throne to watch the kingdom fall, though. We'll find a way.
I'll help you however I can.
I know you will. I'm counting on it. Without you, this castle would already be flying Imperial banners. You've saved the kingdom, and now it's Queen. If there's one person I believe in, it's you. Still, I don't know how we're going to do it alone.
Oh, hey.
Fortunately, you won't
Emmerich,
have to.
I mean, Your Majesty. Thank the gods.
Her cousin has arrived. High King Emmerich is in the building, Your Majesty.
I've just been informed of what's happened at Bankerai Garrison. It seems my timing is impeccable as ever. So you're the one who's been helping my cousin Argella hold the kingdom together?
I have helped however I could, Your Majesty.
Of course. And now you'll have some help. I brought as many Lion Guard as I could muster. We were hoping to spill some Reachman blood for old time's sake, but the Imperials will suffice. Are you ready to retake the garrison, then?
Of course, I'm yours to command.
Excellent. I'll organize our forces and march to Bankerai Pass within the hour. I've already sent scouts to assess the Imperials' defenses. If you get there before me, look for Scout Nadira. We can finalize our plans when we're all there.
I'll look for Scout Nadira at Bankerai Pass. Right, but before we do that, we have things to do. We need to pacify the area. I didn't even know I could talk to you.
The people celebrate now that our absentee queen has retaken the throne. Unfortunately, joy won't fill an empty stomach or rebuild a home.
I mean, that's a fair point, lady. Alright, let us be off. We have to go and pacify southern Bankerai. You're probably right. I probably could just solo it. Overland content is not by any means difficult in this game anyways, I mean. There. I've done that. Okay, let's talk to Lord the Gravedigger.
I know there's a war afoot and all that, but there's a problem here at the graveyard. The corpses are climbing out of their graves. I promise, this isn't my fault. I buried them all real good.
Her daughter is a bachelorette, though. Do you know why this is happening?
No, I don't know nothing. I was just bringing Prince Adrian in here to lay him to rest in the Royal Crypt. But when these walking bones started popping up, I ran for it. I just left the prince's corpse laying out. But what was I supposed to do?
You could marry her daughter and then she could be your mother-in-law. And you could go... Where is the prince's corpse now?
It's up there a ways, outside the Royal Crypt. One of the prince's knights stayed there to protect him. She can be noble if she wants, but I'd rather be alive. I do feel bad, though. That's why I was thinking maybe if I could find someone to help her.
I'll go help her.
If you could find a way to get all those corpses back in the ground while you're up there, I sure would appreciate that. I can't make a living if I can't get into the graveyard.
How did the prince die?
Died in a battle with the Reachmen, right there, with King Aemond. You have to feel for the queen. First she loses her daughter, then her husband, and her son. Prince Adrian deserves a proper burial. Just maybe after the graveyard's safe again.
Would it kill them to run away? Well, no, I guess it wouldn't.
Isn't he supposed to be dead?
The prince has risen. It's a miracle.
I don't think it's a miracle.
What's going on here? I don't understand any of this. Last thing I remember, we were fighting the Reachmen outside Northglen. I saw my father fall. I tried to get to him, and then everything went black. Dame Valeri tells me that we died?
That is what I was told.
Then how am I having this conversation? I mean, I feel different. I don't even think my heart's beating, but do you think, I mean, am I undead?
It's possible. Other corpses have risen here as well.
But then why am I not ambling about mindlessly trying to kill the living? Isn't that what the undead do? Dame Valeri says the gods have resurrected me, but why? Because of my bloodline? I'm sorry, this is just too much.
Is there some way I can help?
I don't know. If the dead here are rising and this is the Royal Crypt, have any of my ancestors risen? Maybe they can give us some answers. Would you consider venturing into the Royal Crypt to find out?
Yes, I can investigate the Royal Crypt.
I know it's unlikely, but I'm hoping that if I'm alive, maybe my father is too. Maybe Dame Valeri is right. Maybe the gods are giving us a second chance.
That's not how it works. Is your father going to be entombed here?
No. It's tradition for the kings of Evermore to be entombed at Bankerai Garrison, so they can protect our borders for all eternity. Dame Valeri says my father lies in state there even now. Unless he's been resurrected, of course.
Should you send word to the queen that you're alive?
My poor mother. I didn't even think of it. But this must have been torture for her. But to hear that I've risen, would this be a relief to her or some kind of horror? Best to figure out what's happening here. And then I will go tell her myself.
Do you know which of your ancestors are buried here?
No. To be honest, I only know of the kings who've been entombed down at the garrison. It's the Royal Crypt, though, so surely someone from my family has been buried here.
Probably, like, their wives or their children that died before assuming the throne. The slab is bare, perhaps it was intended for the prince. The coffin appears to have held remains, but they're no longer here. Oh, this is not good. This coffin appears to have held remains, but they're no longer here. I'm seeing a pattern here. Yep.
This tomb was built to hold royal remains, but none remain within. The remains of the royal family have vacated this place. They return to the land of living to follow the anointed and to avenge their bloodline. Prince Adrian is the anointed. He too has been blessed to rise again.
Where did this blessing come from?
Arche himself, of course. His church sits nearby. These grounds are consecrated in his name. This was foreseen. Death denied the prince from defeating Evermore's enemies, but the Anointed shall now command an army of the dead.
That doesn't sound right. Arcade is the god of circles. He wouldn't allow the dead to rise. Are you certain that's truly Arcade's will?
A mortal cannot hope to understand the will of the divine. You must simply tell him to trust the power with which he is imbued. His destiny will unfold as he trusts his instincts.
I'll tell him what you've said. Yeah, I should totally listen to the mysterious voice inside of a crypt. That seems like a perfectly legitimate idea.
Whatever was in the Royal Crypt, at least it doesn't appear to have been lethal. Tell me though, did you learn anything? Any explanation for my unexpected return to life?
A voice said it was a blessing from Arcane. The undead were yours to command.
Then the gods do want something of me. I guess it's a second chance. A chance to redeem my father, myself. To get revenge. It truly is a miracle then. I could lead the undead here to defeat the Reachmen.
The Reachmen are no longer a threat. The Imperials are the greatest danger now.
The Reachmen have been dealt with? This is tremendous news. I'm not surprised to hear about the Imperials. They were attacking southern Bankerai before, and I knew they wouldn't stop there. Perhaps now my undead army can drive them back.
Will the undead respond to your command?
I don't know for certain, but when you said it, something about it just feels right. Did this voice in the crypt say anything else?
It said you should trust your instincts to guide you.
That seals the deal then. We should make preparations. I'm feeling stronger by the minute. Dame Valyria is just over there trying to figure out where the undead are coming from. Tell her what you told me.
I'll go speak to the dame.
There you are. I was beginning to worry. It seems that more and more of the dead are rising every minute. Did you learn anything in the crypt?
A voice told me that the prince was blessed by Arcane.
Really? Maybe he's right. Talking about an undead army? But if this is his army, why are they hostile? We might have to earn their allegiance. Have you seen these blue flames in the ruins? I think they're somehow inciting the undead to violence.
You think that we should extinguish them?
I do. I tried holy water on one and it seemed to do the trick. If you'll take it and extinguish a few more flames, that may help pacify the undead. After that, let's meet at the monument south by the rocks. I saw someone skulking around over there.
Alright, I'll extinguish the flames and meet you at the monument. Violence! Which is only a step short of murder! Technically, I guess you can't murder the undead because they're already dead, so I don't really know what that would be called, because you cannot murder what is already, you cannot kill what is already dead. You can only return it to death, which isn't the definition of murder. Oh god, my head hurts. Depends on where they are on the scale of not being dead. So yeah, if they're more sentient undead and can make choices, then yeah, you're right. Like, I like, for example, in Pathfinder, there is a oath called the Shining Oath, where you swear to return the undead back to their graves. But you're not required to kill undead that are good. So like, if you meet an undead that is good, like a good vampire, you don't have to kill that vampire, despite like the oath normally requiring you to kill any vampire you meet. If they're a good vampire, they can be excluded from that oath, which is really good actually, because it makes things a lot easier. I'm really glad they included that wording. It's the same thing with the Dragon Slayer oath as well, because there's a Dragon Slayer oath where you swear to kill evil dragons. But if you meet a chromatic dragon that is good, you don't have to kill that chromatic dragon, despite normally having to kill chromatic dragons.
It's a priest of Arcane, but something's wrong with him. He's just completely ignoring me. I'm not sure how I might have offended him, but if the blessing on Prince Adrian comes from Arcane, The priest should be able to help us.
Maybe he's just deep in prayer.
I think he's had ample time to pray at this point. With all due respect to him and to the gods, we need answers here. Will you at least see if he'll talk to you?
Yes, I'll try to get his attention. Hello, priest.
O divine Lord, protector of the eternal balance between life and death, I beseech you, remove this dark curse from your sacred grounds.
Excuse me, I'd like to speak with you.
Shh! Or do you revel in the defilement of sacred law? These burial grounds are cursed, and I am pleading with Arcade to reveal the source of the corruption. Unless you know the source, please, let me be.
Voice in the Royal Crypt said this was a blessing from Arcade himself.
It did? That would be quite a surprise, considering Arcade is opposed to undeath in all its forms. Do you think the god simply changed his mind? Why would he possibly do that?
On behalf of Prince Adrian, who is also risen.
The prince has risen as well? This scenario grows more foul by the hour. What befell King Aemond and his son was tragic, but I cannot imagine it so offends Arcade that he would break the natural order.
What do you suggest then?
I don't know. I should see Prince Adrian. That's the only way to ascertain if he's truly touched by the god. In the meantime, it might help me to commune with Arcade if we stopped the dark spirits from defiling the other monuments.
Should I take you to the prince? Shouldn't I take you to the prince first?
No. Your impatient friend here can escort me to the prince. I need your help with the spirits defiling the monuments. Destroy the defilers, and then I will have the clarity I need. After that, meet me at the church, and we can discuss the prince.
Alright, I'll destroy the defilers and meet you at the church.
Don't like odds.
That's one.
Maybe I should have joined the buoyant homages.
All right.
Why do you fear me, priest? Is it because I can control what you cannot?
Your Highness, I'm sure he means no offense. Please, calm yourself.
As long as he treats me with the respect I deserve, we won't have a problem.
I'm out of my depth here. If it comes to blows, I can't raise my sword against Prince Adrian, but I can't stand by and watch him strike down an unarmed priest either. This is starting to look like not such a miracle after all.
What happened to start this?
Well, the good news is the undead didn't attack us. They actually bowed to Prince Adrian. Father Quiston's not exactly impressed with that fact, though. He thinks it's a very bad sign, and he told the prince as much.
So he thinks the prince has been corrupted?
Well, we tested that out, and dripped some holy water on Prince Adrian's hand. It burned. That pretty much says it all. But Father Quiston believes there's still a chance we can remove the corruption.
What do we have to do?
We saw skeletons digging up corpses and piling them up in the mausoleums as death shrines. Father Quiston believes that cleansing the mausoleums with holy water might have some effect. I'd hate to leave the prince, though. Will you go?
Yes, I'll go cleanse the mausoleums and return here. Go get that sky shard first.
Why do you work again? The priest fears the unknown. That is why he refuses to acknowledge the gift the prince has been given. But why do you submit to this priest's direction? Are you a coward? Or do you just prefer not to think for yourself?
If the blessing from Arcade, shouldn't the priest of Arcade recognize it?
The priest is blinded by his preconceptions of power. This is a blessing for all of Bankorai. What matter is it whether it comes from Arcade or some other source? The prince can sense the truth. He will give himself over to it soon enough.
Not if we remove the source of the corruption.
You regard power and opportunity as corruption? Such has always been the perspective of small minds. I thought you understood, but it is clearly beyond your comprehension. Very well. You've chosen your destiny.
That's one. If I was on a vampire right now, I would go bite them, but I'm not on a vampire right now, so I have no intention of making Reewish a vampire.
In a big family, you have to know how to snap. Off with you, Swit!
There's been a couple.
Nice hole.
I don't think you were around during. You weren't here during the Greymore saga, but there were a few Argonian vampires during that.
To hurt you, but now I'm going to. I tried to stop him, but it was all I could do just to keep him from killing Father Quiston. Damn it all. What are we going to do now?
What happened?
The prince went into a rage. He started shouting at Father Quiston, saying this was his church, and he was relieving Quiston of his duties. Then he just ran inside. We have to get in there and talk him down.
How do we get in?
The doors won't open. I don't know if he barred them or what. Maybe the priest knows another way in.
I'll go talk to the father, Quinston.
Damn it! I knew this would happen. If it had been anyone else, I would have put him to rest right away. What are you doing standing there? We have to get inside!
Is there another way in?
No. This is the only door, and the beast has locked it from the inside.
So what are you yelling at me for?
There's a spare key buried under the tree in the back. You have Arcade's blessing to go and claim it. Just do it fast.
You have Arcade's blessing to go find the spare key. Okay, we have the church key. Oh, it's a harvester.
And the thorn in my side returns. Your prince has accepted the gift I offered. He is a visionary. He sees beyond convention. But what about you? Do you still question the value of my blessing?
What have you done to the prince?
He suffered enough in life. In death, I am giving him the glory he deserves. I told him, by giving in to my guidance, together we could purge this land of all our enemies. He was willing to make this sacrifice. You should honor his decision.
You deceived him. He thought you were a god.
I may not be a god, but with the strength of the prince's soul, my powers are considerable. Come, see for yourself.
Whoops, that was a waste of my ultimate. I thought it was going to be right there in the chapel. Oh, Daedra, Daedra, Daedra. What was that about your powers being considerable?
Worried. Were you worried?
That certainly wasn't my finest hour. But I thought it was RK. I thought he was giving me a second chance. There's nothing more foul than this creature's deception. It must have hailed from the depths of oblivion itself.
Do you know what it is, what it was after?
Death. Death and destruction. It would have given me vengeance against my enemies, but it wouldn't have stopped there. It will never stop unless we stop it. Even now I can sense the darkness inside, gaining strength again. Please, kill me.
Are you sure that's the only way?
Yes. The life force inside me is evil through and through. Thank you for saving me, friend. I wish I could have known you when I was alive. But this will have to suffice. I am ready to die. Ready as I can be, I suppose.
If you have said your goodbyes, Prince Adrian, it is time.
Wait. Are you
It's
sure
all right,
there's no
Valyri.
other way?
I accept it. And you must too. You served me in life and saved me in death. I can be at peace now. This chill. I remember it. Goodbye, Valyri.
It is done. His body and soul are at rest.
It's done then. He can now rest again. For good this time. I suppose I should be relieved, but somehow I feel like I've let him down.
You realize this wasn't your fault?
I did everything in my power to protect him. If I could have taken the death blow on the battlefield, I would have done it without hesitation. He should have been king.
What will you do now?
I'll return to Evermore to serve the crown. I am still a knight. It's my duty. First, though, I will do what I came here to do. I will lay the prince to rest.
Farewell. Well, we finished the Palian Graveyard. I think we have time for maybe one more quest before it's time to call it. Something small. Over here at Martyr's Crossing. That should suffice. We have a quest taking us there anyways. Favor between kings. You think with the darkness purged, the undead would leave us alone? But apparently not. They can't catch me, I'm far too fast. Crazy Eye, she's crazy.
What does Crazy Eye see here? Another shave skin? Good. These Knights of St. Pellen need all the help they can get. Crazy Eye and the other Bandari have done all they can. Maybe it's your turn to help now.
Why do the Knights need help?
Are you living in a dog's den? Imperial skirmishers have been raiding this camp, stealing the Knights' supplies. This one and friends were just passing through, but the Bandari help when they can. Like Crazy Eye doesn't have anything better to do.
I'm sure the Knights appreciate your help.
Bah! If the Knights appreciated the Bandari, they'd fatten this one's purse. Crazy Eye doesn't like to work for free, do you? Or maybe since you're not Bandari, they'll pay you. If you want to help, see the Knight Commander, Sherilyn.
I'll talk to the Knight Commander then.
Tell the Knight Commander you want to help stop the Imperial raids. Tell her Crazy Eye sent you too. Tell her this one deserves
that's
a little
fair.
present. Or several presents. Several shiny presents.
The Imperials have raided more than once.
Yes, 3 times in recent days. Crazy Eye was only here for the last raid, but she saw them coming. Even put an arrow between a few pairs of eyes. They still managed to steal more supplies though, yes? Very tricky are these unclawed skeevers.
Where did the Imperials come from?
Probably from Bankorai Garrison. That place has fallen, yes? Many knights were killed. Crazy Eye is careful not to talk about it in the camp.
So the Bandari are helping defend the camp?
For the present. If things get too dirty though, Crazy Eye will save her own hide. This one and other Bandari are not mercenaries. We're traders.
And the Knights aren't giving you any compensation?
No! So unfair, too! Crazy Eye's been guarding this gate for hours and hours when she could be back in her tent taking a cozy little nap. You should tell the Knight Captain. Tell her to give us something!
Why do the Knights even have a camp here?
Here at the Martyr's Crossing. Important trade routes run through here between North and South Bankorai, yes? And supply lines from Evermore to Bankorai Garrison. This one was told that the Knights of St. Pellen have always guarded this place.
Okay.
Do not concern yourself with me. My wounds are only superficial. There are many here in greater need of assistance than myself.
I have Makia Lecky's memory stone.
You do? I was told the Knights of St. Pellen might return it, but with the attack on the garrison, I had given up. This is beyond amazing. I know King Faharajad will be grateful, and you have my personal thanks as well. All Sentinel will be thrilled at the return of the Memory Stone. It is a sacred relic, you know. I will tell the king your name, so he will know who did this.
The king and me go back a long way. We know each other. Why is Makia Lecky's memory stone so important?
Makela Lecky was the greatest sword singer who ever lived by many people's estimation, and the stone is a record of her thoughts and experiences. It will take scholars many years to decipher the information within, but it will be worth it.
I'm sure.
The mines at Crosswich are invaluable. I'm not surprised the Red Rooks tried to take control of the place.
There's a sight for a sore eye. Someone who looks like they can spill blood for a righteous cause. The Imperials have just about licked us. I've only got a few knights left who are fit to fight. I've had to recruit Bandari to defend the camp.
How did the situation get so desperate?
Frankly, this place isn't easy to defend. It was originally just a little 2-man outpost, here to guard the road. With enemies to the north and south, we decided to increase our presence here. Turns out that was a mistake.
Why was that a mistake?
For starters, it drew knights away from the garrison. That's part of why it fell so easily. The other problem is that we stockpiled supplies here we couldn't protect. They're gone now, though. One more raid, and we might as well retreat to Evermore.
Is there some way I can help?
By St. Pellen without supplies. I know the Bandari are sitting on a bunch of poultices. They need to share.
You want me to talk to the Bandari?
That's what I was hoping. Old Silverpaws over there is the one calling the shots for them. See if you can convince him to cough up some of those poultices. We've got lives on the line here.
I'll talk to him and see what I can do.
Try not to let that Bandari skeeve out of doing his part. Those damn cats have an excuse for everything.
Are you paying the Bandari for their assistance?
Of course not. The Knights of St. Pellen set up an outpost here to protect the trade routes. The Bandari's livelihood depends on us keeping martyrs crossing safe. We shouldn't have to pay them to help protect it.
What about taking the fight to the Imperials?
We have to figure out where they're coming from first. So far, the Imperials have been raiding at night. I sent scouts to try to track them, but they never came back.
What makes you think they'll raid again?
You think the supplies are all they wanted? Not a chance. Those fobbing bastards want to drive us out. They're trying to break the supply lines between Evermore and Bankarai Garrison. They'll keep raiding until they do.
Alright. First of all, let's go grab that Sky Shard. It's 11 of 16. We're making pretty good progress on the Sky Shard front. I saw a quest. Must have imagined it.
Greetings. Normally I would take pride in telling you that I am the most worldly Bandari merchant in old Tamriel. I would present you with a lavish display of the amazing variety of goods I have to offer, but I cannot do that today.
Have the Imperials taken your supplies as well?
Not everything, but they did seize some of our goods in the last raid. Me and the other Bandari were busy helping the Knights defend the barricades. We didn't see the Imperials slip into our tents and steal our most valuable possessions.
What about poultices? The Knights need poultices to heal their wounded.
Do they? Did Knight Commander Sherilyn send you over to ask this of me? Can she not even show Silverpaws the respect of asking herself? Of course not. Either way, we can spare no further supplies. We've given the Knights everything we can.
I'll pay for the poultices if I have to.
Ah, now you speak the language of the Bandari. You must understand everything we sell we either buy somewhere else, or we pay for the materials we use to craft it. We cannot afford to simply give things away.
Alright, you take the payment and I'll take the poultices.
Well, there is a thing about the poultices. We do not have them just yet. The good news is that I had foreseen the need for them, so I sent our herbalists out to gather what they needed, but they haven't returned yet.
Why didn't you tell me this before?
I didn't want to concern you. I thought the herbalists would be back any minute now, but now that I think about it, they have been gone a long time. I hope nothing unfortunate has befallen them.
He says as he puts the gold in his pouch. Do you know where they went?
They went up to the water. They needed a special algae from the lake. Don't tell anyone, but that's one of the key ingredients in the Bandari poultices. If something happened to them at the lake, though, I don't know.
I'll look for the Bandari herbalist by the lake. Jump. There's a lot of Imperials losing their lives today. I'm sorry, I'm sure if they're probably not the Altmer you would probably want me to kill. Tragedy.
This one thought we were troll food.
Yes, Silverpaw sent me to find you.
Ah, Silverpaws takes care of us. He would have been so proud of Deep Swimmer. We made all the poultices he asked for. But now, so many of us died. Silverpaws will be sad.
So you have the poultices?
Yes, they are needed, aren't they? Silverpaws knew they would be. The trolls were the only threat Deep Swimmer found here, though. He saw Imperials coming in on boats. This one thinks they will soon raid the crossing again.
We'll need to warn the Knight Commander.
This one agrees. If the way is clear, we will run then. We will get these poultices back and put the guards on alert. This time, we will be ready for those dungy shave skins.
Alright, get going then. I'll be right behind you.
Run fast, friends. Follow Deep Swimmer, and don't drop any poultices.
Oh hey, Guildmother is doing a thing. I will get to your quest, Nulls on Tail, I promise, just not yet. Like, that'll be next. That'll be probably one of the first quests I do next week. There's gonna be quite a few quests I do in this area next week, so. We're at the edge of. Oh, that's not a treasure chest.
The herbalists weren't lying, Knight Commander.
How do you know?
This one saw the Imperials with her own two eyes.
Headed towards the crossing? How many?
This one didn't count them, but there were many.
Time to make our stand then. Tell the other Bandari to be ready. St. Pelin's blood. I'm fobbing Imperials. I figured we had at least another day or two before they'd be back. The poultices helped, but there's not a knight here who's ready for battle.
What about the Bandari?
They're here. And right now, I'm damn glad of it. The cats are all carrying Alessian bows too. I just hope those bows still shoot straight. Either way, their arrows will only do so much. If you're willing, I put you on the line too.
Just tell me where you want me. Where do you want me?
The Imperials are coming from the lake, so the worst of it will be at the northeast gate. If you'll plant yourself there and keep them from getting by, we might just make it another day.
Alright, I'll go to the northeast gate. They won't make it past me and Miri, so.
If it isn't the five-clawed walker who saved our herbalists, Crazy Eye is very impressed. Are you here to help me fight these dungy Imperial dogs?
Yes, Knight Commander Shailene said this would be the worst of it.
The worst, or the best, depending on your perspective, Walker. It's your turn to be impressed now. Crazy Eye has her new bow. Together, this one and you will make Imperial pie. Are you ready?
I'm ready whenever you are.
Crazy Eye is always ready. Here they come! Ha ha!
Yep, she's
Here
crazy.
they come! Don't worry, Crazy Eye has your back. Stand strong, Walker. Crazy Eye sees more Imperials coming. More coming. Come to Crazy Eye, you dungy shave skins.
Hey, you went right around my area of effect. That was a dick move.
Ha ha ha! They're turning back. Spotless fighting, Walker. Sharp claws.
Well, that went better than expected. Not one breach of our perimeter. Guess those Bandari are good at something more than just swindling. Ah, I shouldn't have said that. The Knights of St. Pelin are indebted to those cats. To you too.
I'm just glad it worked out so well.
Now's our chance to end this, though. To make sure those raiders never show their faces here again. How would you feel about pressing our advantage?
How would you suggest?
They're in retreat now, but they couldn't have pushed off from the shore yet. I say we burn their boats, or rather you burn their boats if you're up for it.
That makes sense, I'll do it.
That's what I like to hear. You like to fight, don't you? I get that. When I was younger, I felt much the same. Go burn the bastards' boats then. I'll say a prayer to St. Pellen for you, for all of us.
I'll burn the boats and come back. Oh, found all the Dwemer lore books. That was a huge burst in Mage's Guild reputation. That's one. That's two.
The Bandari scouts said they could see the flames from here. Let's celebrate! Actually, I hope you don't mind, but I went ahead and started celebrating.
After celebrating.
Everything that's happened here, I deserved a drink. Silverpaws did too.
So the two of you are getting along now?
Yes. I think I judged the Bandari too soon. Silverpaws is actually quite a gentleman. Or is it a gentle cat? I just hope he doesn't expect me to pay for this mead. No way. This one's on the house, and by the house, I mean the Bandari.
Set light's a quick study.
Was it my imagination, or did she say she was expecting the Bandari to pay for this meal? If that's the case, that will be her last mug.
I'm sure. Okay, and that is where we're going to end off for this week, everyone. Thank you for coming out. We started up here, and we worked our way around the lake, getting into all kinds of hijinks as we went. We went with the Queen down to Central Bankurai, where we met with Septa Thorn. And we came over here, and we did this area, and we came over here and did this. So, I mean, we got a nice little bit of progress in today, but not all that much. Next week, we are going to finish up all the quests in Northern Bankurai that are not finished, and then it's time for the Bankurai Pass. Thank you very much for watching, everyone, and I'll catch you next week as we continue more of the Elder Scrolls Online as we Reewish the Mighty Battle Lizard. See you next time, guys.